webcam needs to make itself known that it is in fact located right there.
I'll play a really short demo of
And
it.
then you'll play the game of beds.
Meanwhile, when there's it, then there's it, and now there's it.
So of course even the old one can still be remotely turned on.
Laptop feels kind of yummy after being such a desktop user for so long.
Desktop junkie. Or is it desk jockey? Yeah, there was that.
It seems pretty outdated.
Maybe it's it that can't do cloud and dealingness. Okay. Looks like it can't manually do it. Has to auto do it.
I still remember one day when I discovered that with that compiler, something that I did made it finally stop stuttering. And so now that, of course, I was so very much on the thought of it for, well, recent times, it'd be worth looking into what I did with the desktop compiler and do the same with it and see what results I get from doing the same thing with it. The laptop feels so tiny, whiny. After using really luxury, all of the big giant 4K OLED monitor. But of course it seems to not even be stuttering like it very infamously was always known to do. So be good to know if it really was the compiler's fault for stuttering, or if it's kind of just what games always do. It did and do. At least for as long as this compiler lives, it's still in good hands. It still has some stuff the other compilers haven't gotten yet.
This can't be controlled for 94 hours and 720p.
Hopefully I made it get everything that the desktop compiler been having. It sure does look like there's absolutely no stutters. But we need to see what an uncapped frame rate is like instead of just 60. So when it came to this compiler, I always uncapped the frame rate. Never really ever made it not during the days of using it. Like the good old days of playing Minecraft, making a be in Handy's world. I'll just kind of embracing the strength of what this compiler was able to do. Now I even embraced the compiler being a really loud jet engine.
It's a little over 5 can to automatically remove the footages that it had when it uploads its footages to the cloud.
Such as the days of me embracing this compiler. Even if it looks like it's stuttering, I should give it a break, because it's probably not the compiler's fault. Who knows at this point if it's actually the compiler doing it, or if it's just what the game usually does. It sure feels very usually kind of have my PC being like this. You also need to take care of it.
Really proves it definitely is slower.
Uncapping that game's frames while using the ray tracing is the equivalent of me letting the desktop computer get really, really loud. But that thing is a desktop computer and its power is unlimited compared to laptops.
Speaking of beds, there's officer evidence of that done. Footages.
Those temps are kind of extreme compared to the desktop, though.
Also, Ray, because inside of the camera over there, I found a spare 1 TB SD card. And, it would go very good with that goo over there.
Yeah.
Has it over there been using the one it came with, which is to have 256 GB. So that should go to the lesser cam, and an even better newer one deserves to have some 1 TB. This unit could have 2 TB. If we is for sure it would use that work.
You know, with RTX 40-ish GPUs and smooth motion is actually usable.
The idea that the old cam, when it does 480p, then its FPS is locked at 100.
Maybe one more thing, it should not use VSync, only use the low latency thing this time. Let's see what that's like. Also, its default performance mode. Just like what I noticed with the desktop compiler, it uses low latency mode. It automatically makes the game's frame rate cap a little bit lower than the total refresh rate. So they're both doing 225 FPS instead of 240. So then Robo said that by doing that, then it can use the G-Sync thing properly. It's just so cray how the temps of a laptop with its the RTX 4070 and then that CPU are definitely way hotter than the desktop competitor doing 60 FPS. It's doing up to 60, just very shy of consistently hitting it, and it's hotter than the desktop competitor doing 60 FPS. The desktop compiler is really, really yummy. It's cooler than the laptop, doing the same exact thing, and handle 4K while doing it. This compiler isn't 4K, and it's still hotter than the desktop compiler. Anyways, guess that's the short usage demo of it.
Maybe that cam does not have cloud dealings. Like the 13 cams would.
Yeah,
This literally says auto upload and the list of things to do with it.
the video is done now. Nice, I'll make it not use all it now. Just be default. Meanwhile, with this compiler, when I embraced setting CPU to boost plus GPU to high, And compiler sounded like an absolute jet, and I was just embracing it while hearing the Country Buddies' theme music. While when there's it being used, and then can deal with the one over there. Should be good to know if that GoPro-ish app can deal with their time code. Of course it can.